What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be getting started soon. Make sure you guys like up the stream. How are we doing today, everyone? Yeah, guys, I'm doing well today. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to hear that one of you's hungover, but hopefully you guys are going to be excited about my stream today. We've got a lot to talk about. I've been studying this whole conversation, this whole situation, not just the Onision related stuff, but also the art theft as well. So we have a lot to talk about. Don't worry, Midnight. That's because we're still on the intro. With that in mind, guys, this is the start of the show. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, my apologies. I'm a little bit late today, a couple of minutes late. I was just finishing up with what I was doing before. But we have a lot to talk about today. I actually recently did, a couple of weeks ago, a stream kind of regarding Madame. And I feel like back then I wasn't really too sure exactly who she was. I didn't really do much research on the things that have kind of been going on and transpiring, and I thought that maybe today I could do a little bit more of a deep dive on this topic, and offer my opinions, my feelings as well, things that I'm kind of thinking on top of my head, and also obviously give you guys an opportunity to chime in and offer your feedback, your opinions, what you guys think in regards to this. So I'm sure some of you guys are already aware of everything that's kind of transpired, or you know, bits and pieces. For those of you who don't, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update, a fresh, kind of give you the 411 on exactly what we're really talking about today. So I'm speaking about somebody by the name of Madame. She's a YouTuber. She goes by the name Princess Ash at the moment, which is kind of obscure, but whatever. And she is a commentator, mainly. She does a lot of commentary videos talking about various topics, various people. She made lots of commentaries on Onision. Surprisingly, I've noticed they have gone. All of her Onision videos seem to have disappeared, which we will be speaking about a little bit more as the stream progresses today. But she is just another commentator, just like myself. Just like there are loads of commentators on YouTube. So yeah, it's interesting, and I guess some of you are probably wondering, like, why is this person of interest? What makes this person worth doing a stream about? So basically, Princess Ash, or Madame, in the past was copyright struck by Onision, and she believed it to be a false strike. And for any of you guys who don't know, copyright strikes are very, very dangerous for channels. If you receive too many of them, your account will be gone. You will lose everything from copyright strikes. So you've got to be very, very careful about it. And she had one put against her channel for a video she did on Onision. And she wanted to fight it, because she saw that other people are also being struck, other people were also kind of running into hot water with Onision, and she wanted to do something about it. At least that's the way that she came across to people. And she started to express in her videos, in her more recent videos, before they were deleted, of course, that she was interested in taking Onision to court, which is a very, very serious thing. And she set up a kind of like a Kickstarter kind of concept. She started up her own GoFundMe-esque scheme, looking for support, donations, contributions, so she can hire legal advice, so she has the capacity to actually go to Washington State and actually sit in a courtroom against Onision. Was it on Patreon? Yeah, I just said like Kickstarter-esque, because I wasn't actually sure what exactly it was, Trash Human. Hopefully everybody picks up on that who is listening right now, and those of you who are watching this back on the VOD. I wasn't aware of that. I knew it was some sort of donation scheme, some contribution scheme. And she obviously wanted to kind of stick it to him. And she was getting a lot of support from people, and I think all in all, it was the amount of money she actually got from anti-Onision stands went into the thousands. It went into the thousands. It was a lot of money, and a lot of people were really, really happy about it. A lot of people were really excited about it. And she gained a lot of subs, a lot of support from the wider community for being one of the people who's actually going to do it. $3,400 is what I'm being told in the chat. And it's interesting. A couple of people are even putting that they've actually donated. They actually donated to this, which is, I'm very sorry to hear that, Phoebes, and anybody else who donated as well. So who's this person? Unfortunately, I'm not going to repeat myself who this person is, but I will say very, very quickly, they are a YouTube commentator, and I'm getting into the stuff about them. So anyway, so that's the whole thing. She managed to get $3,400 from various folks in order to try and build up a case against Onision and really, kind of punish him for these various strikes that he's done on other channels. And nothing's come of it yet. She has been very hesitant to really talk on it. She is not wanted to explain what's going on. As much as I've heard, all she said is it's a long process. She will explain what's going on closer to the time. And it's been a number of months now. There's been very little talk about it. People have noticed that she's been posting various various photos of her buying things that are quite expensive. Like she was buying some expensive edibles for like $100 or something like that. And basically, people were showing, and she was showing, that she was living pretty well off of something, right? And I think the insinuation from some people is that she's been spending the money from the people who want a lawsuit or some sort of court action against an Isyan, she's been spending that money. That is the insinuation, right? None of us can know that for truth, but that's what we're believing, right? That's what people. It's alleged, right? And the thing is, she is not stating. She's not giving us any update, any information whether this is not true. She's been very, very quiet. She's been very, very quiet, and she's still being very, very quiet. And it's not just this. There's also this huge thing about her stealing artwork, and I did actually read into that. I watched a couple of commentators, and I watched a couple of her videos really discussing it. And all I'm gonna say is, right, I don't know if any of you guys are aware of this or you have that much details on the whole artwork thing, but the fact that the idea, basically, some 15-year-old girl made some fan art of Madame that Madame really liked. So Madame was like, yo, how about you do some work for me and I'll pay you for it? How about we do some commissions? And the 15-year-old doesn't have an account. They're too young to have a PayPal. So basically they came to this agreement that Madame would basically give credit to every time that she uses the artwork that this girl has made. And she'll also give this artist, they'll give them like a shout out in the future, in the foreseeable future. And that is the interpretation of what I'm really getting. And what I'm gonna really say, she's 18 or 19. Is she 18 or 19? I know that Madame's like 18 or 19, and the artist is like 15, or at least that's what I've been seeing from all of the stuff that I've been reading and watching. Like, I've honestly, guys, I did my research there. I want to make sure I really give you guys. Yeah, the artist is 15. Okay, you guys are kind of confusing me in the chat, but it's okay. That's why I should ignore the chat when I'm trying to establish points for you guys to really speak on. How much is God? Yeah, the artist is 15, and what I'm going to say, and I know this might sound a bit crude, but I really feel like if you are going to have somebody do a commission for you, you should have somebody who's of age do it. You know, like I'm just being fucking honest. I feel like it could. I don't really like working with kids in any way, shape, or form. Not that they're not talented or they're not like good artists or musicians or whatever. But I really stay away from that because I feel like you can run into a lot of like childish issues and a lot of complications. And I mean, one of the major complications is that Madame thought that it was a commission when it wasn't a commission. A commission means that you're paying for it or there's money involved in it. And the fact that Madame didn't pay for it didn't make it a commission and didn't really make it anything, actually. It's pretty ludicrous. It's pretty ludicrous. But yeah, I looked in some of the videos about it, and the young girl, she kind of apparently stated in a couple of like forum posts her side, and Madame's really been trashing her on various social medias. One of the big things that I saw which made me feel really uncomfortable was Madame posted on like her Instagram story or some shit that you know, if you guys want, you can have her phone number. Which was a really, like, it actually kind of blew my mind. Yeah, legitimately tried to fucking dox her. And whilst it's not necessarily something that actually nothing really came of it, it could have been really, really bad. The fact of the matter, this 15-year-old, she had one of those, like, payphones, so one of those, like, those, basically, it's not her actual phone. It's not her actual phone. It's not her actual thing. And because the 15-year-old was smart enough, this artist was smart enough to not give Madame her real phone number. And I will say this, guys, never give your phone number out to people on the internet. Honestly, just don't fucking do that shit, guys. Like, honestly, especially now, you can easily just you can call people on third-party apps and software. You don't need to give people your phone number. It's fucking, yeah, it was like almost like a burner phone. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but something along those lines is what I'm getting at. Yeah, the intention's really, really bad, and I mean, it's not something that people can't forgive or get by, but I just wanted to give you guys, like, the understanding of exactly, you know, what this really entailed before we continue to talk further. Yeah, it's like a text app or something. Loki's looking really trendy today. I look trendy every day, McGinty, let's be honest. I'm not just going to come on live stream looking like a slob, you know, it's not me. Anyway, guys, you guys seem to be getting really caught up in the technicalities of what it actually was. But the fact of the matter is, it wasn't actually her phone number. It wasn't like a real thing, and it didn't lead to anything bad. But it could have, and that's like the point that I'm really making out right now. Is like it could have been a lot worse. And yeah, all I'm gonna say, like from like a live streaming, money. Thank you, Kirsty. Thanks for the $1. Appreciate that. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, right, if you're like a live streamer or YouTuber, if you're somebody who's going to be like commissioning artists to work for you, yeah, have somebody of age do it, because it means you're not going to be stepping into as many problems. And the thing is, right, and this is what I'm really going to say, I'm not going to be too hard on Madame, considering Madame's like, I know some of you guys would disagree with me, but I still see Madame as like a kid, or like a very young, like a young person. So, I mean, Madame's still got, like, a lot to learn about life and how to handle and deal with things. I feel like we're all learning, but, you know, she's on a bit of the younger side in comparison to a lot of other commentators that I'm aware. And there's, like, there's only, like, a 3-year difference between her and the artist. But if Madame was a bit older, if Madame was, like, 23, 24, 25 or older, and she was legitimately attacking a 15-year-old the way that she has been, I would be really on her for that. But because the age range is a little bit similar, I don't really have as much to say about it. I was never that scandalous at that age, though. I fucking was, Phoebes. Oof, you gotta... Ooh. Yeah, exactly. She acts a bit like a child. Yeah, and I feel like we all can be childish at times, but... yeah, well... That's the thing, Loki Lover. That's the thing. A lot of people are, especially like YouTubers and live streamers, people who have actually like grown and kind of become successful. They get like a big head, and I'm not necessarily saying that Madame has a big head, but it wouldn't fucking surprise me, alright? It wouldn't surprise me if it's a lot of people who've got like 50,000 or more subs who are a bit like self-important. Yeah, they think they're pretty fucking high tier. Like, you know, people like they can get away with shit. They don't have to apologize to shit. I don't know, man. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles right now, guys. I have this fucking thing about cracking my knuckles when I stream. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a tick or something. I don't know. I feel like we all have our moments when we're younger, when we make mistakes, but the big difference is being able to acknowledge that you've done wrong and actually grow from it. You are right on the money, Maura. Yeah, I think that's the takeaway for anybody who's actually watching this back. Is, you know, obviously you can learn from these mistakes, and you can apologize, and it's not like weak to apologize. Like, I respect people's apologies, even if they do really bad things, as long as it's not, like, criminal. As long as they actually show that their behaviour is changing. You know what I mean? But if they actually genuinely show that they're changing, they're improving, that's good shit. That's good enough for me. YouTubers that get a big head, it always comes back to bite them in the ass. It fucking does, doesn't it, Demi? Always fucking does. I mean, you just look at all the people who've been cancelled, right? Like, it's a huge fucking detriment. But anyway, yeah. So Madame actually got to 50,000 subs 2 months ago, and since all of these allegations, well, the whole alleged scam that's happened, and the art and all of that stuff, she has lost, by the looks of it, almost 6,000 subscribers. Which, honestly, guys, the shit I would do for 6,000 subs right now, the shit I would fucking do. And I feel like that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people who decide to unsubscribe. That's a big fucking. That's Yeah, that's mania. It's crazy. And I wonder like how this has like impacted her as a YouTuber. And I have noticed that she has obviously lost. Sorry, she's not really making as many videos anymore. She's lost a lot of her viewership. It's interesting, and it makes you wonder, like, about about the kind of the way that they're thinking right now. And this is not because I like have sympathy or anything like that. It's more because I just really like to learn more about like the psychology of people and like their struggles and the things that they're going through. I find it very, very interesting, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's really, really important. You have to go. Well, thanks for being here, Butterflies. It's good to have you here. Let's see what else we got. We got some messages here. Any update on the money she stole from everyone for the lawsuit? It's not actually stole, is it? It's not stole. People gave that money outright. I would say it's more like misuse the money, right? That's probably the better way of putting it. Misusing the money. That's if that's even true. It's fraud? Okay, yeah, it is fraud, that's true. It is fraud. But it isn't stealing. Technically. It's not stealing. She didn't actually like go over to your house and take your money. So that's what stealing is from my perspective. Feel free to disagree in the comments. What's up, Ali? What's going on? Theft by deception? Okay. It's fraud. It's fraud if it's actually true. Okay? And that's what I'm getting at right now, right? From what we've established, it's probably true, right? But on the off chance that it's not true, that's why it's important to say alleged, right? Otherwise, it's like slander, and I don't want to get in trouble, right? Understand that, guys. Get it, please. All right, let's have a look. She said she won't update anymore for some stupid reasons. And I will say, Trash Human, that does make her look very, very guilty. It makes her look suspicious. Like, that she doesn't want to share information. Like, think about it, guys. It wouldn't be too much hassle to set up a secondary, like, bank account, like a savers account or something, and put all of that money into that account, and then take a screenshot. Or do a video where you go onto that account and you show the money that you have in it. Or put it into a PayPal. Have the money in a PayPal account and just show people, yo, this is my PayPal right now. This is what I've got. It wouldn't be that difficult to do that. Really. Obviously, people could still say, yo, you're lying. But at least there's more. At least she's trying, right? She's trying to show you that she's not, like, talking mad shit. I've seen other YouTubers do that. I've seen other YouTubers who've done, like crowd-funded stuff but I don't know what his name is, but there was some guy who was trying to sue some other person or some organization. He got like a lot of money, and he showed everybody what he was getting. I forgot what his name was, but I remember him having a really big beard. So but anyway, so kind of like moving forward to like more recently, Anision kind of covered it and said that, oh yeah, you guys got screwed, you guys got scammed. And it was kind of like a big spit in the face to a lot of people. And I think this is genuinely the reason why people are never going to let go of like the things that Anision has done. People, and it makes people actually more defiant, more aggressive, because it's like, these people have actually put their time and effort. They put their money into this whole like movement to try and get Anision in trouble. And Anision just turns around and says, "You guys got fucking screwed." I don't know, man. It's not cool, is it? I'm curious who do you dislike more, Madame or Anision? Like, that's one thing that's really interesting. Who do you dislike more? Like, both? Yeah, I think that's the right answer, isn't it? I don't think it's like, or Anision, I guess. I don't think it would be Madame, but maybe some of you guys disagree. especially if you actually did put money into it. Yeah, you can't compare the crimes. I mean, fraud and theft is a serious crime, but it's not on the same wavelength as some of the things that Kai and Onision have been accused of. The alleged pedo. All right, Vaporwave. Repsion said she comes off as very pretentious, saying she started a bit a trend on exposing an Onion Boy's Discord thing. I agree. She's got an ego too big for her own good. Yeah, I feel like it's really dumb. Like getting upset because other people are copying your idea or like following your trend. Like you don't have fucking copyright over ideas or concepts. I think the thing is, right, and I know some people are never going to understand this, right? But you're always going to have competition in this kind of stuff. And it shouldn't make you pretentious or angry or petty. It should make you eager. It should make you hopefully more passionate and make you want to actually work harder. Like that's it. Like if I see somebody doing something similar to what I'm doing, it's just gonna make me want to work harder. It's gonna make me want to put more into what I'm doing. So people are gonna watch my video. People are gonna engage in what I'm doing, right? I don't know. You tell me, guys. You tell me. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like I don't really watch a lot of Repsion's content, but I did actually watch that video, and I do agree with him on that. I'm starting the channel Lower Key Loki. I mean, I, I don't know what the fucking say to that. Do you think that if Madame was to apologize and say, you know what, I did take your money, and I would like to fix it? Do you guys think that you could like forgive her? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Uh, so what if she refunded everybody? Would you guys let it go? Yeah? If she refunded everybody and apologized, would you let it go? Nah, fucking hell, Angel. Um, like I'm not saying that you guys would like support her or watch her videos, but would you like let go the resentment, like all of that? That would be a bold and unlikely move. It would be, yeah. I don't even need a refund. All right, look at you, Phoebes, big spender. All right. Um, what did she want to get out of all of this? If it was just for the money, then there are better ways to do it. If she refunds it, shows she might have had the right intentions. Right? Yeah, maybe. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Tifa B. Like, yeah, she's a teenager. Teenagers do stupid shit all the time. Right? Exactly. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. Like, I think she definitely needs to grow up. I think this whole her comparing herself to Leafy is not a good move because Leafy, in my opinion, right? I'm gonna be fucking candid in this live stream, guys. Leafy's a piece of shit. All right, so you don't really want to be comparing yourself to him of all people. I don't know if like Leafy's like grown up, but from what I remember of Leafy, yikes! Like that's not somebody you want to like say that you're a clone of or compare yourself to. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you start saying that you're a Loki clone and you're like me? Because I'm obviously a great person. I'm fucking kidding. Don't. Um, how much money did she get? 3,400. Apparently, Kaylee. That's what I've heard in the chat. I don't actually know exactly how much. Um, Yeah, I mean, mate, yeah, McGinty, but that's not like a fair thing to say. You can't say, well, I was 19 once, I didn't do that. Yeah, but like, maybe you didn't do shit when you were young that was like crazy. But a lot of people do things that are like outside the box, make big mistakes. The difference between you and them is that Madame has a fucking YouTube channel, so everybody fucking knows about it. But being just a normal person with a normal life who has a job that's not in the public eye, you're not gonna have to worry about that, really. Usually. Yeah, I was a moron at 18 too, and I'm still a fucking moron. Yeah, and an apology to the refunds. Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have to really agree with the person who stated the comment about how there are, like, much better ways to make money. And you're completely right. There's so many better ways to make money. And that's why it makes it's, like, really hard for me to believe that Madame would actually, like, be intentionally trying to scam people. Like, that was her intention. At least to start with. Maybe that it ended up shifting towards that. She was like, you know what, I can't do this, but I'm not going to give back the money either. Perhaps. That makes a lot of logical sense to me. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't see why. I don't think it was her idea to begin with. It was like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going to do this campaign, and then I'm going to see how much money I'm going to make, and then I'm going to keep it, and I'm not going to, like, apologize for it, and I'm going to spend it on shit. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense to me, man. Like, nobody's that fucking stupid. Like, do you guys understand that? What's your perspective on what I just said? Please, I want to know. The whole scam thing aside, she still hasn't credited the artist in the description. A start would be to credit the artist if she wanted to make good. Now, honestly, if I was her, Potato Cat, I would legitimately get rid of all of that artwork. I would get rid of all of it. And I would not give them any fucking props, the artist. Because the artist, I don't know, it was just a very messy situation. I would have apologized, said sorry for, that, things didn't work out the way that we agreed. I would get rid of all of the thumbnails, I'd get rid of all of the references of their artwork, and I wouldn't use it anymore. I wouldn't, like, credit them. I'm not going to credit somebody who I've, like, argued with. Not that I ever feel like I would be in a situation like Madame, but let's say hypothetically I was. I was in a situation with an artist who was having a go at me because I didn't do something right. I would just get rid of it all. And I would legitimately go on to fucking Fiverr, like a rational person, and hire a Fiverr artist, because there are some really good fucking artists on there. Some very, very good artists. So... And that's actually where I go for a lot of my shit if I ever have artwork done, which I have had done in the past. So she wouldn't credit the artist, right? I don't think she did at all, Thebes. Well, Star Fuzzy, what does that really tell you about her? She doesn't give a fuck, apparently. She doesn't give a shit. Right. I think as soon as she knew she couldn't sue him, she was scared to lose her subs, so she just kept it to herself and spent the money. That's such a dumb way. That's such a dumb way to fucking do that, though. It would have been so much more intelligent for her to just, you know what I mean? Just give the money back and say, hey everybody, I'm really sorry, but I'm just not able to do this. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Here's your money back. Fucking done. Easy peasy. And yeah, you are going to lose subs. Some people are probably going to be unhappy with you, but most people will be like, fair enough. All right, you gave me my money back. It's not really a problem. We wasted a bit of time, but it could. I have this thing about how, like, I make things sound so easy, don't I, guys? But it isn't. Maybe it isn't that easy, right? Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Madame is equivalent to those Indian telemarketer scammers with no morals. Fuck Madame. See, I don't know. I would hate for that to be true, John Wick. I would hate for that to be true. Like, that would make me sad. But anyway, Ellie, what's going on? That's what I've done in the past. If I've had trouble with people, I'll just not use the art. Simple as that. Yeah, no, I'm really looking to commission some artists soon. Once my channel gets more established and I'm able to actually pay people. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely looking for people who want to do some commissions for me. But you know, obviously, it's not something I really want to worry about just yet. Of course. And I'm gonna be smarter than that, innit? So anyway, but yeah, I've done commissions before, and it's so easy to do, especially through Fiverr. You just pay them up front, you tell them what you want, and they'll do it for you, and then you'll ask for a couple of changes, and you're done. You know what I mean? You got all of that for proof and reference as well. There's no way of making an allegation or a bullshit out of it. You made a good point about the art thing. Save yourself the headache and just take it down entirely. Yeah, it's not like she even paid for it, right? I mean, if Madame paid for it and the artist was like being problematic still, like, and that was the situation at hand, then it would obviously maybe be a bit different. But considering that this was free artwork that she didn't pay for, just get rid of it, man. Find somebody else to make you artwork. You know, it's not that fucking difficult. And show them the kind of stuff that you like. Show them you know, this shit as examples. You know, not literal shit. I mean this stuff. It's just me being British. You know, show them all of these different pieces of artwork and say, this is the kind of stuff I like. I like it to look kind of like animated and a bit get-y and maybe a bit anime-esque. You know, like, see what they can do, right? There are people out there who can do great artwork for decent prices. You could find somebody for $50. Honestly, for $50, you could find somebody who does something that's pretty decent, in my opinion. You gotta respect artists, man. Like, that's it. And I'm not an artist myself. Abby's an artist, and she's had her artwork fucked with in the past, and it's really fucking frustrating, alright? It's really fucking frustrating. I don't like it. And I'll tell you this right now, guys. If I ever have any problems with anybody due to artwork or thumbnails that I've used, I'll just fucking change my thumbnail. I'll just change the artwork that I've put up. You know what I mean? I'll apologise and I'll change it because it's as simple as that. It's not something you need to lose sleep over. And apologising is especially when you realise that, yeah, you made a mistake, isn't hard to do. For a fucking rational person, at least, right? How do I donate? I have like a link down in the description. It's Streamlabs/Loki2. It was Loki, but that stopped fucking working for some reason. I don't know why. I will tell you guys this really quickly. I'm in the process of applying for my partnership. I'm having problems with my AdSense account at the moment because I actually used to have one, but I don't know what the email is for it, and I'm basically trying to get it shut down so I can open up a new AdSense account. You can only have one per person. So once my AdSense account gets sorted, I'm going to apply again, and monetization and super chat, which is going to be really cool. Very excited for that, which means it'll be a lot easier for people to contribute if they want to. But don't worry about it, everybody. It's all groovy. Yeah, I was having problems with Streamlabs. Oh, really? Is that still an issue? Let me quickly check. I don't want to make my stream about that. Well, thank God there was no porn on there. Could you imagine? But let's check. Could you imagine, guys? That'd be embarrassing. Streamlabs. Yeah, it works, guys. Streamlabs.com/Loki2. The number 2. That works. I'm assuming some of you guys are probably not putting the 2 on it, are you? Like, I don't want to, like, yeah, I don't like showing this kind of stuff. It makes me feel gross. But this is the page that I've got currently. So anyway, don't like talking about donation stuff. All right, if you want to contribute, you can. Don't worry about it though. All right. But anyway, yes, I want to watch like one of her videos more recently. Just to kind of get Mike more of an understanding about exactly what's going on. I'm gonna be pausing it a lot. I'm gonna be kind of speaking over it a lot. But the idea is, I'm not really, I'm not gonna watch all of this, of course. I just want to know exactly kind of what's going on with Madame and kind of her perspective, at least. Actually, no, you know what? I don't even really need to cover this because I've already really spoken at this at length. I'll play her most recent video. Just to give you guys an understanding of what she's currently up to. That sounds good. That sounds good. Literally, she does VR. Exactly. So yeah, this is what she's doing at the moment. She's playing virtual reality games. Um, is it supposed to be Madame or is it supposed to be Madame? Because people have legitimately been telling me that it's Madame. And is it Madame? Because obviously I'm English, so Madame is fucking standard. Do you know what I mean? Nobody knows anymore. Does she not fucking does she not like say anything? Does she not like introduce herself? Or is it Madam? Oh, it's Madame. All right, whatever. Anyway, let's check this out.
Look up! Look up! Look up!
Look up!
Ash, look! Look up, Ash!
What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm high. What the fuck?
Great start to the fucking video. Starting off with the joke, Madame did nothing wrong, changed my mind. See, I feel like that's like... I assume that it's in reference to the artwork, but it could be in reference to the money thing. It could be a reference to the money thing. And if that was the case, guys, that would be really fucking disrespectful. That would be really disrespectful to those of you, the people out there who did contribute that money. Oh, Madame did nothing wrong. Madame's done nothing wrong. I don't know. I would be interested. To know. But it's like, it's trying to make, yeah, exactly, Starfuzzy. Trying to make a joke out of it. And it's obviously whoever's running this virtual reality room. It's not Madame. But it's like, is it something that she needed to include in the video? And the fact that she's included that, she's not taking any responsibility for anything that's really happening.
Yeah, sure, I can be with one. Hey, come on,
Dude. Doxing is releasing someone private information, not a text-free number, kids.
The thing is, I don't really like actually. I don't want to be rude. But when I listen to commentators, I want to listen to commentators who have like nice voices, right? And it's hurt my ears, man. It's hurt my ears. I can't listen to her voice for a long period of time. It actually starts to like irritate my ears. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good vibe. But anyway, guys, I don't want to like mock somebody's voice or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, if I'm gonna listen to the radio, I want to listen to a radio that's got like a smooth radio host. You know what I mean? I don't want to listen to somebody who's got like a really like nasally fucking voice. Just annoying. Your voice is audio chocolate. Cheers. Yeah, smooth talker, and I think that's something that really like encourages me to like do more YouTube. Is I look at like various YouTubers who've got like really nasally kind of like irritating voices, and they've got like 40, 50k, 100k, 200k. If they can fucking do it, I can fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? Guys, that's all of the encouragement you need to start your own YouTube channels and start making videos. That's what I'm gonna say. If if Madame can do it, you can do it. Oh, don't beat yourself up, Kaylee. I'm sure you're fine. It's not like I have a problem with just people's voices in general. It's more like YouTube videos, right? If I'm gonna watch like a commentator, I want the commentator to have a really smooth, like jelly-like voice. Like Markiplier. Markiplier's a great example. Lovely voice, very sultry, and it just, you know, gets me all rubbery. You know what I mean? Thanks, Loki. All right, Ellie. You know, do what you want to do. But yeah, I don't want to really watch much of this. This is too much internet for me anyway. To be honest, I'm not really into the whole fucking hentai shit anyway. Really, it's not really my cup of tea. Everyone, what's up, Pig Beaners? How you doing? It's like a dentist adverts always have a commentator with a lisp. Yeah. I mean, fair enough, right? But yeah, I did watch a bit more of the video, and it doesn't really seem like it was going anywhere anyway. I don't know if this is like this might be a part of her standardized content of what she does. But what I will say, guys, she has, in total, around almost 1,900 votes on her video. Over 1,700 of those are downvotes. Over 1,700 of those are fucking downvotes. Could you fucking imagine? What's up? What's going on, Ron? How you doing? But like, could you fucking imagine? Like, I would be fucking mortified, right? If I went on live stream, did a live stream, did a video, whatever the fuck, right? And then I checked out my shit a little bit later, and I had like, honestly, that's probably more than 90% downvotes. 90% downvotes. I couldn't fucking imagine. And I feel like you eventually get to the point where you just do an Onision and you start to remove all voting away from your videos so people can't like actually vote and there's no like reference to that. I don't know, like I feel like that would be really that would really push me away from wanting to actually make videos. I feel like if I got like that many downvotes. Yeah, I am aware that one I think it's the art community video got like
Why are you
crazy downvotes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this one got, so all in all, there's close to about 6,700 votes. And on this one, it's 6,300 downvotes. That's more than 90%. That's like 95% downvotes. It's pretty clear to me that whilst Madame has definitely made some mistakes, those mistakes are no way like necessarily close to what Onision, the allegations against Onision, all of that stuff, right? But it seems to have impacted her channel so much, and that's why I can't really believe that she intentionally like took people's money with the intention that she was gonna spend it and buy drugs or whatever. Like I can't really buy that. Like it's because look what's fucking happened to her community. I don't know. There are a lot of like dumb people out there who just don't really think ahead on things like this. But any rational person can think, oh, if I'm gonna start my own fucking crowdfunding, for something really serious, something really important, like taking down a YouTuber who's causing a lot of problems, you know, maybe I shouldn't fuck with the money. Maybe I should be really approachable and actually tell people what's going on. Where's the money going? You know, what did I just spend $300 on out of that money? Do you know what I mean? You tell me, guys. Come on. I feel like I could go around in circles with this shit, but at the end of the day, I may as well just smash my head against a fucking keyboard. Let's be real candid about that. Do you have a driver's license? What? That's an interesting question. But I mean, you guys tell me, right? Let's have a look at some of these comments anyway. We got a lot of comments in here right now. I want to make sure we kind of keep up with what everybody's saying at the moment. Have you heard about Jessica Yaniv? Cringes? No, and I will tell you guys this. I'm going to be starting an area in my Discord where you guys can literally just post me, just send me videos on things that are happening. You can send me documents that have got like timelines, anything like that. If there's anything you guys want me to cover on my channel, you guys can legitimately just like send stuff in for me. So if you want me to cover Anne Boleyn, Jessica Yaniv, or how you pronounce her fucking surname, or anybody else actually on YouTube who is, it's like within a reasonable doubt that it makes sense for me to cover them. Like, I'm not going to cover a story that nobody's really like, that's not really like, unless it's like, the exception to this is probably like pedo related stuff. I will cover that no matter how many people are involved in it or how few people are involved in it. But anything else, like people fighting, people having drama, it's gotta be like something that's a little bit bigger, something that's a little bit more, you know, got a bit more clout on it. I saw you driving with no license in the red light district when you were eating chicken, and I like it. Yeah, I don't. That wasn't me. Obviously, that was clearly Jesus, not me. I just want to hear you speak. Well, I'm speaking right now. There you go, guys. What's your Discord link? It's in the bio, Fairy Leather. You're all welcome to join my Discord. I'd love to have you guys join. Yeah, I'd love to actually, Ron. Do you want to like set something up, mate? I'd be really down for that. I was pretty much known as like the fucking Chris Hansen of You Now, which is another live streaming app. I spent like a good year exposing like child boy, like man boy lovers, fucking child groomers and shit. It was a legit thing. It was called The Watch. It was like a show that I did. It was pretty good. I just never really did YouTube until more recently. How many people did you offer a seat to? I actually did have a couple of people on my show, and I had this one guy who was he was he was guesting, which was like a thing that you could do. You could like go on screen with like somebody else, and he was probably like in his 30s or 40s. He was guesting with this like 12, 13-year-old girl. And he would like sit there on guest with her for like over an hour, just talking about random things, saying that he was gonna like contact her after the stream and they were gonna like chat afterwards. And it's just like some really like sketchy shit. And the thing is, and this is one thing I'll always fucking say, you have no reason as an adult to be hanging out with children online. You have literally no reason, no matter what, to be hanging out with kids. There is literally nothing, all right? If it's for gaming, there are adult gamers. You can watch them, okay? If it's for like certain kinds of content, you can watch adults play that. And whilst there are, and this is something that people need to be aware of, there are men and women who obviously maybe have developmental issues where they have like the mind of a child. And you've got to be aware there's a difference between the people who have like the mind of a child who hang out with kids because they are kids themselves essentially, and full on pedos, which is very important. And I actually really struggled with that because there were some people on there who weren't weird or inappropriate. They would ask kids about video games, and maybe they were weird. It's just I couldn't really find anything on them, and you've got to be careful with that kind of distinction. But anyway, there's a lot to that. We could definitely sit and talk for an hour or so. Yeah, Daddy Pitbull, that was his name. Don't know if I should really be saying that on stream, but who gives a shit, right? There were loads of people on there who were like that, and honestly, the platform's better now, but that's because the platform is like pretty much dead at this point. There's very few people left on it, and most of the kids are on Twitch. It's just one of them ended up in jail. And I actually like reported that. Like I was the first person to actually bring that to light, which was great. Yeah, and I actually spoke about this a little bit recently, Ron. A lot of people believe that like if pedos, like the punishment that pedos should get should be like castration. Making sure their penises don't work, so they can't obviously like get erect or anything like that. And whilst that's like obviously, and it makes sense that people would feel that way, there are lots of men and on occasion women out there. It's all about power for them. It's all about control. It's not about sex, and that's what's really scary. It's just like murderers. And that's something that people do need to be aware of. So anyway, but yeah, honestly, Ron, we should definitely stop talking about this right now, and we should schedule a fucking stream where we talk about this. I don't care if it's on your channel or mine; it doesn't really matter to me, or both. Who knows? Honestly, at this point, guys, I'm new to YouTube. I want to work with people. I want to hang out with people. I want to have like good experiences. I don't really give a shit about who's benefiting more or whatever. That's some fucking business shit, man. I don't worry about that. That's economic. Yeah, I don't care about it. Yeah, we'll sort that out, man. Yeah, I'd be really into it. And we both got long hair, so it just makes fucking sense, doesn't it? Pedos equals bad, we could be friends. Right, exactly, bro. I agree. But but anyway, man. So let's look at some of these comments anyway, because we get loads of comments, and some of you guys would really do. You are putting some great shit in the chat. You know, I really do dig it. And do a Hunger Games situation with them. You know what's funny? Like people always kind of represent themselves that like 21st century is a lot better than previous generations, previous centuries. It's not. You know, like 2,000 years ago, we had gladiator games where we made like animals and slaves fight to the death for our amusement. And whilst we don't do that anymore, there are still a lot of fucked up sick people out there. There are still people who do crazy shit. And honestly, guys, if there was a Hunger Games styled show full of evil bad people and they all like fought one another, I don't know if I'd be against that, guys. I don't know if I'd be against that. I mean, I feel like it'd be good to watch because you wouldn't want anybody to win, would you? You wouldn't want anybody to win, would you? Bring that back for a week. Petty crime ends overnight. I think most crime would end. See, the thing is, I don't really know if I don't want to really get into this much more, but counseling, in my opinion, therapy for people like that doesn't really work. I don't think it does. I don't believe that you can really help people like that. I think the best thing that you can really do is just put them in a big hole and just like shut it like that. I know that sounds really fucking bad, but it's like I don't really know. Or put them into like an institute. That's probably the best thing that I would say. Put them in an institute where they spend the rest of their lives in, and make sure that we're not having to pay for it, i.e. make it self-sufficient. Have all of these people working in a factory area making something, so it can so we don't have to pay anything towards it. That would actually be a really good concept in my opinion. Like, that's the thing about a lot of these kind of things. People offer so many, people like to complain about a lot of things in this world. I mean, you look at like Greta Thunberg, that 16-year-old girl from Sweden who's like, you know, I should be in school, but I'm here talking about global warming. But like the thing is, right, you can complain as much as you fucking want to. If you're not going to offer any actual solutions to problems, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a detriment, really. It's just kind of a time waste, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway. I mean, I'm a commentary. Maybe I should shut the fuck up. But I can't even read what you're saying, Grape Juice. Can you restart that sentence? I don't know. I'm stuttering. Look up a video called Pedo City Trailer Park. They already have communities for them to seal them away. Oh, really? Yikes. Oof. It's a process, right? Yeah, I suppose so, right? I don't know. It seems like a long fucking process. But anyway, guys, it's almost an hour into the stream. It's been fucking spicy today. I don't really have much more to really say on this. So I'm going to finish the stream right here. Feel free to watch the VOD if you've missed anything. I will start another stream where I'm just going to talk for a little bit longer. So feel free to tune in if you just want to talk about random shit for a bit. I only had like 30-40 people in the last one, but it was cool. I got to know you guys a bit better. So yeah, guys, I'll be starting my next stream real soon. So but it won't be like that long or anything like that. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.